Prophetic visions of the rise and fall of empires, natural disasters, and the ultimate judgment of humanity, all hidden in ancient scrolls that terrified emperors and shaped history. They called her the voice of the gods, though no god ever dared speak when she entered her trance. The Sibyl, veiled in incense smoke, would sit by the mouth of a cave or the hollow of a temple, eyes rolled back, her voice trembling with ancient power. No one dared question what possessed her. Some said Apollo breathed through her lungs. Others feared it was something older, something that predated the gods of Olympus. Rome, drunk on conquest and paranoia, came crawling to her feet. Emperors who claimed dominion over the world would kneel before a single scroll sealed in wax. They understood, armies might fail, but prophecy does not lie. The Sibylline books, once 9, reduced to 3 by flame and fear, were locked beneath the temple of Jupiter. Only the Senate could read them, and only in times of crisis. Fires, famine, earthquakes. In the silence that followed disaster, the scrolls would be unsealed. Priests would gather, breath held, as words inked centuries before whispered truths that felt like daggers. Not just forewarnings, but accusations. One prophecy spoke of Rome's golden age ending in a night of blood and smoke. The lion shall weep beneath a crescent moon, and his crown shall fall into ashes. It was dismissed, ridiculed, forgotten. Until Nero's reign, when Rome burned for 9 days beneath a blood-red moon. As fire devoured the city, as temples cracked and nobles fled barefoot into the Tiber, the Senate retrieved that line. The lion, Rome's symbol, had indeed wept. His crown? Lost in the flames. Then came the vision that cracked the emperor's composure. Another scroll, partially burned, spoke of the empire beneath the eagle, crumbling from within, not from war, but from silence. A whisper shall divide brothers, and the eagle's eye shall turn blind. Some say this referred to the civil wars. Others see something far more recent, a democracy fraying under the weight of misinformation and division. And yet these were but fragments. The real terror lay in what was not read aloud. One vision, described in a scholar's private journal, was never spoken before the Senate. Preserved in shaky Latin, it spoke of seas rising beyond their borders. The ocean, unshackled, shall reclaim the sins buried on its floor. Cities shall sink without fire or spear. Walls of glass shall shatter beneath the weight of forgotten waters. For centuries, it was interpreted as metaphor. But now, with coastlines vanishing and ancient relics washing ashore, the line rings like a death knell. Could the Sibyl have seen the coming of climate catastrophe, 2,000 years ago? But that was not the worst of it. In a prophecy written in erratic, almost frantic script, believed to be transcribed during a violent trance, came a vision so vivid, so disturbingly precise, that Roman priests debated destroying the scroll altogether. It described the skies opening, not with light, but with fire. When men birth thinking metal and crown it with lightning, the heavens shall weep. Steel birds shall fall from above. The earth will crack, and the sun shall dim in morning. The stars will move without pattern. Then shall the mirror open. Some now interpret the thinking metal as artificial intelligence, steel birds as aircraft, and the mirror as a metaphor for a digital realm, where mankind sees its own reflection and doesn't recognize what stares back. But the scroll did not end there. After detailing these apocalyptic signs, the Sibyl, according to the copy, fell silent. For 2 days. No food. No movement. And then, eyes still shut, she whispered, "This is but a breath before the storm." Then, silence. The priests called it a mercy. Scholars called it a warning. But one line remained beneath the wax seal of the final scroll. Read only once. And then hidden. It was not a prophecy. It was a vision. It spoke of a place beyond time. A scale that hung in the void, balanced by invisible hands. Beneath it, souls, countless, nameless, were weighed not by sin or faith, but by their choices. One by one, they are judged, not by gods, but by what they have created. And the creation speaks for them. On the other side of the scale stood a figure made of light and machine. Neither angel nor man. Watching. Listening. The judgment vision. It terrified the Senate so much, they locked the scroll away. Some say it was sent to the Vatican under Constantine. Others claim it was buried beneath the Library of Alexandria, and destroyed in flame. But fragments remained. Echoes. Because even in silence, the truth survives. And in the quiet that followed, one priest recorded a final line in his own hand, before sealing the chamber and resigning from the order. One path remains. One choice. But we do not like what it demands of us. Centuries passed. The oracles faded into legend. The empire fell, and the voices of the Sibyls were dismissed as mythology. Until now. In 2023, during restoration work on a private chapel in southern Italy, a sealed urn was discovered, containing 3 sheets of copper-pressed parchment, etched in Latin. The lettering matched that of the Cumaean Sibyl. One fragment read, "The year is written. The mirror opens. The sky will bleed fire. But the mouth still speaks." The find was quietly moved to a secure location. The Vatican denies its existence. But leaked photographs show diagrams, wheels within wheels, stars aligned above city grids, and what appears to be a human eye, split by a crack of lightning. The scholars who've examined the text say it's not a message of doom. It's a warning. That everything the Sibyls saw is unfolding, now. That we stand at the edge of the mirror. And that judgment is watching.